me, Andy Jacobs, here on TalkSPORT. Comedian Dominic Holland joins us a little bit later on in the studio as well. But before all of that, it's an interesting invention, Andy, isn't it? It's a man that, like a lot of sort of entrepreneur inventors do, he put it all on the line. Gave up his job, threw his lot in with his sporting invention. It's called Walljam.
Yeah, it's very popular apparently.
And Tim Warboys joins us now to tell us more. Good afternoon, Tim.
Hello. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you too. Now, first, tell us what Walljam is, because it obviously has a sporting connection, which is why we're chatting to you today.
Yeah. It's an interactive sports challenge wall. And the idea is we try and take the fear of failure out of playing sport, gamify it. What that means is you basically inviting the players to hit against a wall where the target's made up of sensors. And if they successfully hit the targets, giving them feedback on power, accuracy and speed of the shot against that target. And the idea is that you deliver timed games and they can compare and share their scores against their mates, but also compare it against the icons who might have also played the game.
Yeah, it's quite popular with some professional clubs. I was reading in that piece this morning about you that Real Madrid took it on tour. Is that right?
Yeah, it's still on tour, actually. They basically bought 5 walls from us. It's being used in what's called the World of Football, the Real Madrid World of Football Experience. It started in Melbourne in June. They're looking to take it to 15 different countries over the next 5 years. And we're the sort of the experiential piece of the equation. They talk about the history of the game, the heritage of the club, which we all know is immense, but they're there to try and win fans. And, it's how the fans engage with the brand is important.
Could it have kind of professional applications, this? It sounds at the moment like it's a kind of good, fun thing to do, but does it have professional applications potentially or not?
Well, definitely. I mean, there's no doubt that it would help make junior players, junior elite players better and any sort of grassroots player better. I think there's no doubt once you get into the sort of professional game, they're looking for a different type of experience in terms of improving the player's ability. But, listen, we were on BT Sports Football Tonight show and you saw players like Jimmy Bullard play it, and they're as competitive as any. And if there's a place for giving the players a little bit of downtime by having fun, but actually using the skill sets that they've been given and blessed with, then yeah, definitely.
It's inspired by a thing that we used to do when we were kids before computer games.
Oh yeah,
just basically hit the ball against a garage wall,
a garage door. Driving the neighbours mad.
Yeah,
but constant banging sound.
That and crossing it, and that is how you hone your skills, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, early in the process, I listened to one of my great heroes, Glenn Hoddle, talk in 2012, I think it was, about how he grew up with not just grew up with a wall and a ball, but up until the age of 18, he was religiously playing against that wall before and after the training sessions at Tottenham. And, he absolutely underlined what you get out of it, which is, there's no left foot, right foot. You develop your skills on both feet. And it's the same with any sport, tennis, cricket. It's eyeball coordination, putting the hours in. And when you play against the wall, you're getting those 10,000 hour concept, without knowing it.
We immediately thought of football when we kind of, heard about this, but you say it can be used in rugby and tennis and basketball as well. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking to break into some of the other sports like NFL, Aussie rules. But we've been at Wimbledon for 2 weeks at the with the LTA. We've been with Nissan at the Women's World Cup final, and we're looking to build on that wherever we can.
Yeah, you threw your lot in to do this, didn't you? Chartered surveyor, and just kind of effectively with some friends took a punt on this invention. Quite bold.
Yeah, very bold, and the wife's still reminding me. You have to sort of give up the luxuries in life, no longer go skiing or anything like that. But listen, it's a journey, and I'm loving it. It's a passion. I want to see more kids play football, play tennis, play cricket without actually feeling like they're being overcoached and not good enough. And that's what it's about. And I think if you can do this, then you'll get a larger pool to draw on in the future.
And does it work in conjunction with an app? So kids are using it, they're hitting the ball up against the wall, say it is football in this case, they're hitting the certain sensors. Can they get kind of automatic feedback from the sensors on their apps?
Yeah, it's a real-time feedback. We've got an app that works with the wall. And that's what they want to see. You know, it's actually early days when I was building this, you know, when it was just a dumb wall. The kids were telling me, why aren't we getting data in the same way you might get data from Strava when you cycle or when you run? And that was the inspiration, really, in terms of, you know, can you deliver something that is going to give data shareable that, you know, is going to mean something to the audience that are using the wall?
So where can people give it a try, the listeners? Is there anywhere they could sort of try it out?
Yeah, we're you know, it's not the sort of product you're necessarily going to buy for the back garden, but not yet anyway. I mean, we will be looking to roll out that sort of B2C offer, but at the moment we're working with the big brands, and you know, I think if you go to walljam.com, you'll actually find where the next activations will be, and you know, we continue to work with those brands in different locations around the UK. But we're a small young business looking to grow, so you know, it's not on every street corner yet.
No, of course. Well, good luck with it, Tim. Sounds interesting. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Cheers,
there
guys.
we are, Tim Warboys there from Walljam, and yeah, look out for it.
You can hire, lease, or purchase.
Oh, it looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
We should get one for the office, for the new office.
Oh, yeah, for the new.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Just to be able to come have a little bit of a. I wouldn't have room in the old office. Have a little kickabout.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah, terrific.
You, me, Chris Evans, we'll all be there.
Oh, we'll all be there having a kickabout. Oh, it's just like.